Yo, what's up guys, it's Flame here, bringing back on the daily video, and ladies and gentlemen, right before we get into this, I just want to tell you guys, I love your faces. It's As the Flame here, and in today's video, we will be talking about all of the speculation of DLCs that we can come across for 10 different topics of DLC packs. Now, I know this is too early because they've only already introduced one and talked about 3 of them in total. But they did say that it's going to be much more than like $50. So this is some ideas I'm just trying to get out. Like, speculation doesn't hurt people too much. So, with that being said, if I can reach 10 likes, just 10 likes on this video. I don't ever really ask for likes that much. If I can reach 10 likes on this video, then I'll release another one and it'll be top 5 this time. And if I get another one, that'll be another top 5. Because I can only think of an extra 10 right now. It's just top 5 to, like, stretch it out. So, coming at number 1. We have the Deep Sea, a DLC pack centered around the vast size of water partially surrounding Boston. In this, multiple new locations and dungeons will be added to the deep seas, along with the possible addition of radiated sea creatures and the harpoon gun. Also, perhaps a scuba diver type outfit and underwater vaults. So I'm reading this off of OneNote on Microsoft, but it's just because I've accumulated so much good ideas on what they should add into this DLC. It's mind-blowing. They have so much opportunities for Fallout 4. It is absolutely crazy. Did you guys know that there is a bunch of stories and speculations, first off, about water, but in general, there being a specialized, like, whale that was a ghoul. I think it was called it might have been blue, actually. A blue, ghoulfish or something? No, like a whale ghoul? That would be crazy as hell. Okay. Coming in the number 2 spot, we have Frostbite. We're going in from the best down towards the worst. It's mixed around. Frostbite, DLC pack that starts you off with Caravan Passerby asking if you would like a lift through the mountains outside of Boston. You get dropped off in a wildlife sanctuary. By the way, keep in mind, this is all actually like immersive and almost correctly told towards the lore of Boston in general. Like, there are wildlife sanctuaries and hills up along there. Where am I? You get dropped off in a wildlife sanctuary in the middle of a nuclear winter. They never had a winter in general, and usually what happens after the bombs fall is there's an actual nuclear winter, because after the atmosphere is like... This isn't science class, what am I saying? It's just, it snows. That would be really cool. This adds the aspect of more Yogwai encounters. If you guys remember what those guys are, like, annoying-ass bears. And then, new weather effects, which is the snowing once again. New general atmosphere, and a new set of ideas for survival mode, which means, like, frostbite, you're too cold, you know, you have to warm up for the survival mode. This pack can also host to a variety of cannibalistic locals that devour tourists that are daring enough to venture into their territory. So, that is Frostbite DLC. Coming in at number 3 for Green Thumb, a standalone DLC that adds tons of greenery and plants to settlement building. This can include hedges, different cut hedge shapes, which is like, you know, an animal in like some famous mansions they have, like Hugh Hefner's mansion or some sort. They'll have these different hedge shapes. That's what I was trying to explain in this. Tree saplings, more fruits and vegetables. Tree saplings is kind of like meh. More fruits and vegetables, that's a good one though. And even flowers. One idea is that you can acquire these foreign flowers from traveling vendors. Now, that being said, there might be a botanist that'll go around and be selling all of this cool stuff that they might have cooked up in a lab. Because, I mean, spoiler alert, the Institute did actually create synthetic gorillas, so why can't they create synthetic other stuff? Coming at the number 4 spot, we have the Enclave, an expansion pass that reintroduces the Lone Wanderer to the Enclave and has him being captured during the night, much like the Dark Brotherhood, and trying to escape their 2.0 oil rig HQ. The Enclave is a faction of very powerful scientists and political people who have banded together during pre-war and regrouped after the war. So once they went to like the shelters, the vaults, they came back out like, hey bro, what you doing? And then they just got together and they created the Enclave. They also have big interest in mutation and mutating monsters even further. The ideas are endless. So that means crazy amounts of monsters. That means crazy amounts of lore in general, because the backstory of it was that they wanted to retake America, and then the Brotherhood of Steel came in and like destroyed them, I think in 2077 or something. Right now in Fallout 4, I think it's 2087 if I'm correct. I don't exactly know, but that could mean that there could be like a powerful set of Enclave coming back in. since it's only been referenced one time in the Fallout 4 series, which was the actual gear themselves, like the power armor. For the 5th idea of a DLC, we have the Atom Children. Although the Atom Children do have a presence in the main game, it is very lightly touched. This DLC would touch up on more of the backstory to the cult that worships nuclear radiation, which is kind of cool. I don't see a whole lot of opportunities to this idea, but they can actually add faction missions, more weapons, and armor involving radiation, and even an underground settlement in the Glowing Sea. So that's something really cool that you can actually maybe additionally do in the Glowing Sea that we don't have originally. Number 6, we have the Minutemen, a DLC based off the possible expansion of the Minutemen that could mean a bigger storyline to the well-memed Preston Garvey. I mean, come on, they're getting all your settlement fantasticness in there. So this would mean, since in the ending you don't really have anything affect the Minutemen too much, they have like small little missions. They're like a miniature faction, I guess you could say. Nothing too important. So diving more deep into it, I know they already said that like the other people kind of dispersed and died and everything, but maybe a second following, a second leader to take reign, that would be pretty cool. I'd like to see something additional to that whole Minutemen concept. Coming in at number 7, 3 away from number 10, is Extraterrestrial, a DLC based off the Mothership Zeta DLC. This is going to be like really jam-packed right here. Okay, so here goes. Without a pause, the crashed alien ship Easter egg and Lorenzo's crown in a side quest of Fallout 4. In Fallout 4, a quest line is discovered called The Secret of Cabot House. Further down the line, it is discovered that in the basement, the family of Cabot House has their grandfather locked away because during an archaeological dig, if I do have my facts right, he found the lost Atlantis City of the Seas, which is like, not the seas, sorry, the sands. It's like an underground city that he found, and he found that crown in there. It also discovered that the family is 400 years old, and that the grandfather wears a crown he found in there that grants him super strength, telepathic powers, and mortality. All I could say as of this moment is that this sounds like the perfect time to say prepare yourself for an alien-like DLC. That would be pretty cool. Giving your beautiful faces the number 8 spot, we have the Apocalypse. This DLC would be based in Pennsylvania. The main highlight of this DLC would be that there is a small town the size of Concord full of ghouls. Once the ghouls, this is like the big point that I got really excited for. It's full of ghouls. Once the ghouls are entirely dispersed and everything to be done is done, you can destroy and rebuild practically anything that naturally is in the original game. Like, if certain areas are destroyed, then obviously you can't fully rebuild them, but you can at least partially rebuild them. You might have cinder blocks, you can fix stuff up. I think it would be a really cool idea. This gives the player a great array of building area, tons of resources, and its original non-rehash idea in general. How the DLC is introduced to the Wanderer could be that a squad of elite Brotherhood of Steel, I like this part, head out to a distress call involving another Elder. Rather than Elder Maxon, there might be another one, because I heard there is multiple ones, just like different ranks, I think. Your purpose is to unravel the story of the events leading up to and surrounding this DLC. Also, lots of ghouls and maybe even some special ghoul bosses. So I think that could be like a nice little zombie DLC right in there. For number 9, we have The Communist, a DLC that subscribes to the idea that perhaps an old prototype of a Liberty Prime has been unearthed, and in its awakening, travels to China to eliminate communist threat. This can give you a possible leeway to visit nuclear-filled China, because apparently like China and the US both sent nukes at each other. So I mean, right there, we should have already been in China like day one. And gives you specially designed Chinese armor and weapons. This can also reintroduce the idea of a wieldable katana, specialized power armor that might have some sort of Chinese oomph to it, some specialty to it. And even some cherry blossom trees. Lots of possibilities there, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of stuff that we can have right in there. That could be one of the biggest DLCs besides the Far Harbor one. Coming in at the final spot, number 10. Just thought this right off the spot, I swear. Is a DLC pack called Memory. This DLC pack is involving the Memory Den. This would mean perhaps attaching a synth brain to an emulator and traveling back in time to before the bomb dropped. Well, multiple bombs dropped, not exactly the bomb dropped. perhaps even going through Nick's mind and getting an LA Noire type feel. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the Memory Den, but the Memory Den, just in general to point it out, has a lot of great opportunities for some DLC. So that is about it. Don't forget to hit that that like button. Let's try and see if we can get up to 10, because if it's 10, then I'll make another video like almost immediately the day after. But this is As a Flame, and I'm out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So that's a Flame, and I'm out. Peace, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Oh my gosh, every single time I do high pitch, it's really weird.